Well, greetings, fellow WebOS enthusiasts. My name is Alan Morford, and I thought I would give you all a quick review of the TouchPad Go's modified touchpad official HP case. WebOS community forums user John Steffes, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, takes the original HP TouchPad case, which looks like this in the box. Okay, original one from HP. Looks like this. Okay, the full thing, HP logo there. Alright, folds out. Holes on the top, or excuse me, the holes there on the top. Power button, volume buttons there. Clip on the back. Okay, standard stuff. Takes that, mail that to him with along with $10 in return postage, and he will create for you a modified and custom-made TouchPad Go case if you are one of the lucky ones fortunate enough to have acquired a TouchPad Go with WebOS installed. Some of them have Android. But sent this to him, and he quickly made it for me and sent it right back, and now using it for my TouchPad Go. So you'll see that he essentially takes it, kind of hacks it off in half, and then cuts around to make it as aesthetically pleasing as possible. Remember, you don't really have much options at all for how you can, to be able to get your own case made, since they never officially released them. No official accessories came out for them. So actually, he does a pretty darn good job. I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised. There are parts that are not necessarily the most beautiful to look at. The back, of course, as he splices and cuts and hacks the bottom off here, you can see was kind of pieced together and then reattached with this backing that he used to, looks like, to maybe heat shrink together or something. I'm sure he'd be more than willing to explain how he does it. But he's able to keep some key elements. One, the flap is attached as one piece, which is really nice. It does work very efficiently at keeping everything nice and tight in there, like the original touchpad fit in there as well. You cannot use the headphone jack, unfortunately, and the TouchPad Go does have a rear camera, which unfortunately there's really no way structurally to make that work with this particular setup. However, I mean, if you really wanted to take a picture, you'd probably either grab your phone or whatever. I don't really see folks using their tablet cameras as much these days anyway. But anyway, so minor detail. So the hole's there, but there's nothing you can really do about it. And then you've got the hole in the bottom for the charging port, and that does still have the same access. The volume buttons still work, they're still in the same place. Power button still in the same place. So that's all functional. So I'll actually go ahead and open this up for you. Take my TouchPad Go. Go ahead and just attach it in there. See, it's got a nice snug fit. Alright, toggle the power button there for you. And then I go ahead and push it all the way over to the right as far as I can. And that makes it fit nice and snug up against the volume buttons. As you can see, those work just fine. And then the power button on top. So you'll notice that the flap actually goes over a little bit far if you let it kind of go over, but really we're talking about this nice smooth surface underneath, because he was able to retain, of course, the same fabric, which has a great feel. HP really did a good job on the original case. It's a little painful to say that they did a good job on something for WebOS, but no, they really did. As far as the case was concerned, they really did a good job. You'll notice that he's able to leave the soft Velcro side here with this mod, which is nice because he's able to retain the same clip on the back, at least part of it, with the same, you hear that Velcro sound. So you can actually go ahead and stick that in there just like you would with the original case and the original touchpad, and then you can prop that up and sit right there, and it works great. You can also go ahead and what I've been doing is kind of just letting this flap out like this, and then you can actually go ahead and prop it up like this too, which is pretty cool. It also, part of the big problem with the touchpad is that if you wanted to have the original case on the touchstone charger, is you either had to have it closed like this, or sitting with the flap open, which was just, I don't know, it's just, to me, it's just really annoying. Or you had to have it really tucked up behind it, really nice and close, which made it really easy to tip off, and it wouldn't keep a good charge because it would just fall off on its own. So that's kind of a bummer. You could try to wrap it around the back, but then it gets stuck on the cord, which is kind of a big pain in the butt. So I think the only way that really a lot of people do it is stick it upside down like this, which to me is just pain in the butt, first world problem. But with this, since it does close in the front, you can actually just hang it off to the side. Which is kind of nice. It doesn't really get in the way. You can go ahead, of course, still tuck it up behind, but you still have that same problem where it kind of just wants to pop off there. It is pretty fragile, but it works pretty nicely. I have to say, for $10 and a minor amount of shipping, of course I'm talking about being in the States, that's a great deal, especially with the fact that you really don't have any other options for TouchPad Go cases. Well worth it, in my opinion, and I certainly appreciate it. So, hey, quick review, so hopefully you liked it, and enjoy.